Rob Manfred is one of the worst commissioners that we have seen in recent memory across all different sports. The decisions that he continually makes, the punishments that he doles out, so much of it is nonsensical. People are tired of it. But it was just a little over a year ago, back in April of 2021, where Rob Manfred made one of the worst decisions in recent memory when he moved the MLB All-Star Game out of the state of Georgia because of political reasons. He caved to far left-wing activists in the media and in the White House itself, with Joe Biden encouraging him to move this, with fat bitch Stacey Abrams encouraging him to move it, even though it would hurt her constituents, even though there was no reason to do so. Rob Manfred moved the Major League Baseball All-Star Game to Colorado, hurting the people of Atlanta, hurting the people of Georgia. All the while, he said it was to protest because these voting laws, they were going to be so restrictive. Well, the fact was that more people than ever showed up to vote during that election cycle. It was nonsense. It was a farce. There was no reason to do it. But now Rob Manfred is doubling down on his mistakes. Rob Manfred says he would make the same decision to move the All-Star Game out of Atlanta. What an absolute idiot. That changed around summer of 21, where Manfred inserted himself into a fabricated crisis around Georgia's election integrity bill, which was passed into law by the Georgia legislature. With the All-Star Game set to take place in Atlanta, the left spread misinformation through the media to exert their political influence. And also, Joe Biden, who said the bill was Jim Crow on steroids, advocated for the MLB to move the game. Manfred moved the game to Colorado, caving to pressure from Biden, Stacey Abrams, and voting rights groups with ties to LeBron James and Al Sharpton. In a completely unsurprising turn of events, the bill resulted in primary voting nearly doubling from a comparable primary in 2018. Far from limiting the turnout of black voters, at least 100,000 more black voters cast early ballots than in 2018, a threefold increase. But Rob Manfred, he's sticking to his guns. He said, if I had to do it again today, I'd make the same decision. All of this while Major League Baseball ratings have fallen, they've cratered. A lot of people are done with Major League Baseball, regardless of the fact that really not much of that stuff is taking place right now in the game. That was a big deal breaker for a lot of people. This is what Rob Manfred says. With the facts that existed at that point in time, I think I would make the same decision. I have to say, we've now been through an election cycle in Georgia. I'm glad there was big voter turnout. I know some people say that proves that you are worried about nothing. I think the other way to look at it is maybe we brought attention to an issue that people tuned into bigger numbers because of that attention. I don't know what the answer is. I do think that in the same context, I'd make the same decision. Imagine being that fucking stupid, failing to admit that you were wrong, failing to admit that you alienated an entire half of the population by caving to the political left, failing to acknowledge the fact that you cost the city of Atlanta, the same people that you're pretending to fucking pander to, you cost them over $100 million in business because of that. The people that you fucked over will never forget that. The people that you drove away from the game, they will probably never forget that either, Rob Manfred. And you can't even admit that you made a mistake. What an incredible piece of shit you are. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.